It's Albert again, Texas Cowboy Butcher. I think some of y'all saw my post earlier about a Weber. Let's burn it tonight. So we're going to do a little surf and turf. I got some salmon that we had in the freezer. I had bought a fillet a while back, and I portioned it out, and I stuck it in the freezer. So we're going to do the surf, and for the turf, I got a USDA Prime tri-tip. We're going to cut this into steaks. Let me show you how to do that. So these tri-tips were on sale. Got it dirt cheap. So we're just going to trim it up, just like I would do at work. We're going to cut it up into some steaks. So the tri-tip's a really pretty piece of meat. It's got this nice little fat cap on the top. I'm going to keep some of that fat cap on because I like my steaks with a little fat cap on there. But everything else, it's just going to go to trim or straight into steaks. It's got a little bit of the silver skin. Just going to take that off. All this fat on this top side is going to come off. This one's super fatty. When I saw it there, I was looking at that marbling right there. And I said, that's the one. But it did have that little fat notch on there. All this fat, again, turn it into tallow if you want. Or just throw it away. Or save it for sausage. Whatever you need to do. All the silver skin's got to come off. Whatever bit of red meat that I do take off that's still good, I'm just going to throw it in this little bowl to the side, and it'll be for burgers later on. It's 102 degrees in North Texas, and I'm starting to fire. Call me crazy, but I had to light it up. So this fat cap, just going to take a little bit off the top. Just like that. Go the other way. Just like that. Want to keep right around 1/4 of an inch of fat on there. Maybe a little bit more. All right. Straighten everything out. That's pretty much it. You can smoke it whole just like this. If you're going to smoke it, I wouldn't have touched anything on the fat cap. But like I said, we're having surf and turf. So the way I cut this at work, there's different grains on the tri-tip. One goes this way, one goes that way. But when we do this at work, we just cut straight into it. I'm cutting probably right around an inch steak. You can cook that if you want as a steak. Going in the grind. So I've got 5 little tri-tip steaks. Now, when you look at it like this, and it's still you got a little bit too much fat on there, just clean it up. Just like this. You want it to eat good also. And there you go. So there's 5. And for seasoning, I'm going to do this Spanglish all-purpose for the salmon. Just going to put a little bit of avocado oil over the salmon. A little drizzle. Season those up. Got that nice little citrusy note. Figured it'd go great with some salmon. For these tri-tips, same thing. A little bit of avocado oil. Both sides. And for these, they're getting this Fire and Smoke Society Steak King. all over. Never tried this one before, but it smells great. All the edges, both sides. All right. So those are going to be ready to go. I'll see you at the kettle. Okay, so inaugural burn of this Weber. The chimney's full of charcoal. Everything looks white. Let's dump this thing out. And try to keep it all on one side. Let's get this new grill on. I'm going to spray down with a little bit of spray, get a little flare up. It's all good. All right, so the steaks are going to go right over the heat. And that salmon's going to go off just to the side right here. Just like that. All right, I'm going to throw this lid on and let it do its magic. Okay, so it's time to do the flip. See how these steaks look. Getting some nice little char on there. All right, we'll let those keep going. That salmon is starting to firm up a little bit. It's pulling from the grates a little bit. The skin's a little stuck, but I'm not worried about it. It'll let up. All right, let's finish this off. Okay, let's take a peek at these steaks. The probe thermometer went off. It went off right at 138 and some change. So that should get us at a medium rare. Everything looks good. Let's get these steaks off. Some good color.
The food rest time has started.
You can hear the probe going off for rest time. Let's get a spatula for the salmon. Let's try to get it off of here. I think this is going to be the winner for tonight right here. Salmon looks great. Anybody's got some tips and tricks for this little Weber, send them my way. Never really used one of these before. I can see where it's beneficial, but let's take this inside and we'll plate it up. Okay, so we're bringing everything inside. Let's plate these steaks and this salmon. I made a little bit of broccoli Normandy, you know, the broccoli and the squash and the stuff like that. It's just butter in there. I'm going to season it with some of this Spanglish asadero again, just a little bit. Give it some flavor. And then I'm going to top it with a little bit of Oaxaca cheese, just like that, because broccoli and cheese are delicious. Let's give that a little stir. One wants to get away from me. All right, let's plate that up. I'll get a little bit of everything on there. Just like that. All right. Now, salmon came out great. It's nice and firm. It's not overcooked. I'm going to give it a little drizzle of hot honey just to bring out a little sweetness in it. All right. Then let's cut into one of these steaks. It should be medium rare. I can see the grain running this way a little bit, so I'm just going to cut them straight like this. That's a good medium. Just like that. We'll do one big one and another little one. I'm a growing boy. And again, somebody's got some tips and tricks for that Weber, or maybe some suggestions of what kind of tools I should have for it, please just reach out to me. But this right here, there's nothing wrong with that.